Virginia Tech, and that means it's time for Enter Sandman. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me as always, and this will send chills up your spine. It's time for Enter Sandman. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hokies offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Hokies will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets a block. Touchdown, Hurricane! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust, he was going to the house. The sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. The option look. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Hokies send out the punt unit. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. There he goes. Open it up. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field and they'll have their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
Makes the catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Makes the grab, it's Wiggins. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Lyle. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC's a conference.
It's a seam wide open. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Let's see what they've got on second down. Here's the handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Got him, and nobody's close. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. They get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun on third down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Fitzpatrick. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Pulls it in. It's Overton. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
A late hit. Moves the ball up 15 yards. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Give to the running back. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fitzpatrick. A little screen to the running back. Jukes his way for more. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll try to feel the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll get rid of it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Now the play fake. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's got great speed. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. On the option. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready up. Green 25.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Doyle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Hokies decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The short hand, it's Wilson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lyle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. The inside handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
Miami 31. Virginia 10, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Doyle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They punt it away on 4th down. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Miami! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Virginia Tech, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Man, this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Palmer.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the coverage team gets to return on the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Got it in the middle. It's Heath. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll run play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch at the 35. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Fitzpatrick. Fires to the big fella. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Got a man. It's Wiggins. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
We got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Get set, ready, go!
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here's the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
29 Philly.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds a man by himself. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
On the set.
Line gets set, 1st down.
Easy.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Takes the easy completion. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Makes a move. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. Handoff to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
With the catch, it's Gilbert. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First down here for the offense. The snap sets up the throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close? Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down.
Single. Here we go.
He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished with an explosive, and I do mean explosive, run of 89 yards for the score. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Got room to work. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to...
Turning it on! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. With the clock running, this should be the final play. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. you have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.